Kids, I am Priyanka and I'm back again with my new chapter Saint Ravidas. India has always been the home of saint and saints. Whenever the moral or social life of people show sign of decay, some saint or prophet appear on the scene. Ravidas was one of the such saint. He infused new life and vitality into Hindu social order at the critical period in history. Ravidas was the son of a cobbler. He was born in the year 1377. He was born at Banaras, the holy city of Hindus. His parents wanted him to be educated. They sent him to school. Unluckily, his stay at school proved to be very short and unhappy. It was a very painful and unpleasant experience for him. It left a deep lasting scare on his mind. Ravidas realized that the child born in low caste family are not treated well in the society. In such an unfriendly atmosphere, little Ravidas could not put his heart into study. Often he would sit alone and think deeply. It would have appeared as it were in the deep samadhi. His teachers noticed Ravidas was not ordinary child. He was certainly destined for some higher purpose in life. Ravidas had no interest in material things. He was interested in matter related to spirit. He wanted to gain spiritual knowledge. He was in search of some spiritual teachers who would show him the right path. Soon he found himself at the feet of Swami Ramananda, who took him as a disciple. Ravidas stayed with Swami for a few months. Now there was a complete change in his life. Swami Ramchanda Siemens left a great impression on his young mind. Though these sermons, he came to understand true meaning to life. He came to know of ancient Indians' wisdom and culture. The field was ready, the seed was sown, and the crop did not take long to ripen. When the Guru was satisfied the spiritual flame had been kindly, permanently, he asked Ravidas to return home and live the way he wanted to live. The enlightenment disciples now felt that he had a divine mission to fulfill. He chose Banaras to be a venue of his future activities. Ravidas felt that his training in spiritual life was not yet complete. He had a desire to have more and more spiritual knowledge. First of all, he decided to beautify an area of a forest where he could meditate in peace. One day, while meditating, he felt disturbed by a sudden movement in bushes. Ravidas got up and looked around. A she deer had been caught in a net laid by a hunter, the poor animal struggling to get free. As the hunter approached her, she looked at him with pleading eyes. It was as if he was begging for mercy. It was a time to feed her three young ones. The little one came jumping to her joyfully, but they were shocked when they saw her mother in a miserable plight. The mother and their young ones were a painful picture of misery and helpless. The silent prayers where their sad eyes could have been melted even a heart of stone, but the cruel hunter remained unmoved. His eyes showed no trace of pity or kindness. He stepped forward to seize the animal and her young ones. As Ravidas looked at them, his heart melted in pity. He felt a duty to save the poor helpless animal from death. He went up to the hunter and spoke to him. We all are the children of same God. He is our loving Father. It is divine essence that runs its human heart as love. It is the divine essence that fills the rose with fragrance. Again, it is the divine essence that fills the rainbow with beauty. It is the divine essence that fills the bird with joy, the apple with juice, the voice with sweetness. Therefore, we should have love for every creature living on this earth. All form of life are scared. It has most sacred duty to bring peace to be the troubled heart. We should never cause pain, suffering, or death to any living being. We should love all things, great or small. Even a tiny insect in grass is as sacred as a human child. As Hunter listened to the sweet sound word of Saint Haridas in deep respect, the charm of the saint personality and his work deep wisdom washed away the evil thoughts from the hunter mind. The hunter felt as if a miracle had happened. A momentary contact with his great saint had changed his completely. A killer had become filled with love for God and his all his creature. The hunter promised to live virtuous life and never to cause hurt to anyone. Saint Haridas was always humble. He was different from almost the scholar religious men of his time. He never boasted of his knowledge and wisdom. His divine knowledge as directly came within. He had charming personality. His spiritual message appealed every heart. People listened to him spellbound. He spoke in a simple and clear manner. He told people that all are equal in the eyes of God. The distinction of caste, color, creed are meaningless. They all are mankind. Saint Haridas brought great hope to those who are poor, weak, and backward. He filled them with hope, courage, and confidence. He inspired them not to bow to the unjust demand of the high caste people. He inspired them to recognize the strength of spite within them. He asked them to throw all weak throughout their mind. He asked them untouchability is a sin against humanity. We can call Saint Ravidas forerunners of Gandhiji. Saint Ravidas continued to guide and reform the society of his time at all his life. Even his old age, he had the divine glow on his face. All his mental faculties remained as strong as ever. His spirit remained untouched by the storms and strays of marital world. His end was peaceful. Our great soul on his earth became mixed with eternal soul. One heavenly light and on earth became blended with immortal light. Thank you.